Good evening, sir. Today I am explaining demo 2 is Stripe Text Explore, Microservice and Spring Boot. I will cover these three topics today demo 2 session. First of all, what is microservice? I will talk about microservice and how to develop with Spring Boot. How to develop payment integration system. Payment integration system. Second, we will discuss about this thing, and we will know how to code here on C. How to code here. And next thing, architecture. I will discuss about this architecture. There are so many types: microservice architecture, this is service oriented architecture. Another one is modular monolith architecture. These all are frameworks. We'll say one by one. Martin Flower, who founded the nine principles of microservices. Principles. What are those? Are first one, componentation via componentation service. Second thing, organized around business capabilities. Products, not projects. And fourth one, smart endpoints and dump pipes. Another next thing, decentralization governance. Decentralization governance. Another thing, decentralized data management. Another thing, design of failure. Design for failure. Design for failure. Another is evolutionary. Evolutionary design. Another thing is evolutionary. Evolutionary design. And the next last thing is infrastructure automation. Infrastructure automation. These are the 9 principles. First one, what is componentization via service? Let me discuss about this. Yeah, this is what we have to discuss now. Before discussing about componentization via service, let me it's very, yeah, now I can clearly say what is microservice. What is microservice? Microservice is a software architecture, software architecture is a big, is a where one big application is divided into smaller independent services. Yeah, that's right. Each services separately and communicate with lightweight APIs. Instead of huge system, we focus on smaller business characteristics. These key characteristics of these main areas is according to Flowers, that is Martin Flower. First point is small independent. Small and independent means each microservice handles one business capability. Example, we will do coding in payment service, order service, user service at each service. So one should service talk to each other. That's our main principle. And the second thing is own process and development. Own process and development, which is service can run independently and can deploy separately. Teams can update without service, breaking others. That's what I have to say. Another thing is lightweight communication. It's also very good. Lightweight communication, automation, DevOps. That's not I have studied till now. For better scalability, why you use these microservices? Better scalability, faster executability using Redis and caching. At next demo, I will say about that. Easier maintenance and updates. That's one of the key feature. Technology flexibility. More of them. So this is what the features of this. So now coming to the point, what is coming componentization via service? Let me paste this. Yeah, no, okay. The application are split into smaller independent services into larger modules. Each service can be deployed, updated separately. It's called componentization via service. Applications are split into smaller services. So there is a no coding chances. Means mismatch about these that payment integration and Stripe integration. So that's one of the more feasible. And second thing is organized around business capabilities. Organized around this is okay. It is based on layers. So what is the layer? Which layer we have to code? So what we said about in component based service, it's only about how many API calls we have to talk to each other, talk to each other. And third one is products and not projects. The teams owns the service, its full life cycle development and deployment and maintenance. That's called products. My touchpad is not working, so I'm using. So full life cycle development. Full life cycle development. You can build it and you can run it. That's also okay. You can run it. The next thing is smart endpoints, dump pipes. PI. That's the correct one. Where logic stays inside these services. Communication between two REST APIs. Yeah. Communication between two REST APIs. That we will discuss in another topic. Now I am discussing about what is this, like only that REST APIs communication between two services. It's called smart endpoints with dump pipes. The naming itself only we can analyze what is that and how we can. Another thing is decentralization via governance. Different services can use different technologies. One use Java, another is Node.js. That's called decentralization via governance. This is one of the main principles in this. Another next sixth one is decentralized data management. We'll discuss about that. This is sixth point. Each microservice manages its own database. Avoid sharing one database across another service. It means if one service is running, this service database should be in this service only. Better to touch another. Better do not touch another database. That's called decentralized data management. It's a very good one. We have to compulsorily follow this sixth rule and design for failure. Yeah, We have to design now. Otherwise, the failure for coding. Services may fail anytime, so system must handle errors gracefully, retrieve them, monitor them. You have circuit breakers. Yeah, circuit breakers we have. We'll discuss future circuit breakers. Coding problem and many fail attempts. That's what I am saying. And the next evolutionary design. Architecture should evolve over time. Over time. Small services make it easier. That's why we call this microservice architecture, one of the finest practices using in the market today. Change features without breaking the whole system. The last one is infrastructure automation. What is infrastructure automation? First, I will tell about this automation like CI or CD, Docker cloud deployment. These make frequent releases easier for safer. What I mean telling about means if you do one coding or any error, if you updated before itself only, you can retrieve them easily or any crashes like that, any server problems. It's better to shift a cloud platform. So that's called this one of the main feature cloud deployment. Makes the releases easier and what I am telling is if we code it now and updated in release or we can release this version means if any future comes we have to ready to code this failure and update another version. So it's infrastructure automation. This is what these 9 principles. Okay, next we have to discuss about stripe text export and microservice spring boot. What is spring boot? Let me talk that this one about now. What is spring boot? A spring boot is a Java based framework used to build web applications and microservices quickly. It is built on Spring framework and reduces amount of time developers need not to write anything about these complexities, making this, making that, and building deployment, other extra features, which is top ready. In simple words, what I can say is way to create faster way to create Java or anything backend applications. Backend applications with minimal amount of time. Minimal amount of time. Why Spring Boot is used? Developers use Spring Boot because it reduces configuration. It reduces configuration. And second thing is starts application quickly, embed servers. Starts application quickly. Makes REST API development easy. Support microservice architecture. Architecture provides auto configuration. Many examples are there. Means reduces configuration means days time configuration setup will be reduced drastically, or it will come automatically what many configurations we want by clicking on this Spring. One website is there, spring.io. In this we can choose which type of Java version or which type of web service we wanted. So like that we go to this website and make changes accordingly. This is one of the best feature they produced. Yeah, we do in Apache Tomcat service. Apache Tomcat service and many things. They have dependencies. Many dependencies are there. We have to know about that. And there is many layer. This basic Spring Boot application. Basic basic Spring Boot architecture. What is this? There is first one controller layer, service layer, repository layer, database layer. controller layer. When a microservice starts with this controller layer, we have to code this thing, and it controller layer goes to service layer, and it goes to repository layer and checks with database. This is the architecture. So every day happens. What is in controller layer? It handles in this controller layer. What will handle is the HTTP request, which handles the control layer goes to service layer and goes to repository layer and checks the database. So it works like that. And next thing is this business logic. Business logic is in service layer. I will show in next demo. And the next thing is repository layer, where database access. This business layer going to database and access it. Before that, we can say it's repository layer. And the last thing is checks if the MySQL or Postgres, anything. So many are there. Oracle, SQL, MySQL server, Postgres SQL. Let me open database now. DB viewer. It will take time. What I'm saying is this controller layer, where Rust controller, name of the mem, gets maps with what we save about that page. It runs on 8080 port. Where will it work? In banking systems, e-commerce platforms, payment services, microservices. We will do in payment services. Okay, let me draw now architecture of payment service gateway or AMPL. Go to drawing board. This is merchant page. This is gateway we have to do. This is PSP server. And this is Stripe we create. Now let me name this all this for better understanding. So small, I have to increase font size. This is merchant, which talks with the Stripe CLI. No, payment integration system, and goes to PSP Stripe API, which create session will comes, and this create session will go to the user, and user will create work out what is the checkout sessions, what is required about this, about what he want this requirement. He'll go to the page and buy the payment will done. You have to develop this payment gateway, which is Stripe hosted page, and comes to this thing. This thing we have to done fully. This is merchant view, where front end and back end you will develop. This is payment integration system. And this is Stripe hosted page. This thing is PSP Stripe. We will talk to APS. PSP. This is paint. I cannot see which these lines where backend do with payment integration. And it will comes to Stripe checkout page, and it comes again to merchant and checkout session page will come. After that, user will take my page what he want, and it comes to PSP page and will create on this final status will have, and the customer will be happy after being many integrations. So this is what today we have done. Before that, I will show what I'm using. The local host is not working. Let me figure out. Now it will work. Yeah, working. So these are the many versions. MySQL DB2. I'm using MySQL. Many are there. I'm using MySQL for this. So this is about today's class.